Now, NYSE listed Northpointe Bank shares said following its latest earnings report that it's seen, quote, robust growth, end quote, across its mortgage purchase program business. Joining me now to talk more is founder, chairman, and CEO Chuck Williams. Chuck, thanks so much for joining us and making the trip down to New York from Michigan.
Well, thanks for having me, Lance. It's great. It's really hard to believe it's been 12 months, a whole year since the last time I was here, but very good to be back.
When you walked on the floor, did it bring back a lot of memories?
I was laughing out front. It's just like deja vu. It was such a great experience last year, so really excited to be back.
Yeah, happy to have you back. Happy to have you on the show. Now, what would you credit, as we get into everything that Northpointe has going on for it, what would you credit as sort of the biggest drivers behind the bank's recent growth?
Yeah, so we're a mortgage-centric bank, and I think that's very unique in the market. You know, we just have had continual growth over the last year. We've really delivered on our message to the market, and I think that continues really to drive Northpointe. And I can get into, all the little things. Our culture is outstanding. A lot of people talk about that, but we actually build on it and execute on a daily basis. And since I was here last year, we are now the largest bank headquartered in the state of Michigan, and we're really proud of that fact.
Yeah, congratulations on that. And so you talk about culture, being the largest bank headquartered in the state of Michigan. What allows you then to differentiate yourself from other banks that you're competing against, right? Because that's a big honor and also a big responsibility. So what would you say is the key differentiator for Northpointe? Yeah,
I think we have a great technology stack. We're very efficient in what we do. We pride ourselves in being able to grow and operate in any environment. So the mortgage industry has been, rather challenged the last 2 or 3 years, as some people would think. I personally think it's, how you operate inside of those challenges differentiates you as a company, versus your competition. So most companies can operate in a favorable environment, but it's when you're challenged, and that's really where I think Northpointe shines. From our people to the management team. We're a very flat organization, so it's always hands on deck every single day. I like that. When you have challenges, it's how you react to those challenges that's right.
That really separate those from those that rise from those that obviously don't rise and potentially stay stagnant. Now, Northpointe has built a strong footprint with its business model. How do you sort of have that digital edge, but also maintain that human-centered touch? Because you really have to find the balance of both.
Yeah, again, I'm going to emphasize we're a flat organization, so everybody, nobody's in an ivory tower. We're all just focused on our customers, and how can we make the mortgage experience better for our customers through technologies, through efficiencies. And I like to, when I'm talking to our employees, I just say, hey, we need to treat every customer like it's the only client that we have and that we'll ever have. And that really resonates, throughout the company. And when everyone in your company is operating like that, then everybody that they're touching operates, or feels that genuine, sense of belonging, and that this company really appreciates you.
And so you had a great first quarter earnings. What gives you optimism and confidence that the rest of 2026 is positioned for even greater success than you've already had?
Yeah, so we've delivered on exactly what we told the market a year ago. I'm very, very proud of that. And for the balance of 2026 and beyond, again, we're going to continue to take our market share. We're very diversified inside of the mortgage space with our mortgage purchase program, like you mentioned, and that's helping other mortgage companies with their liquidity and funding. We also have, again, we're a nationwide distributed retail market. So, as we, continue with these business units inside of the mortgage space, there's always room for improvement, growth, and, we've executed on that. And we'll history says that, we'll continue to do that.
Absolutely. Well, I know it's been about a year since the IPO. We're obviously happy to have you back here at the NYSE. Glad that so many great memories come to mind when you did return this morning. Thank you so much for joining us. Chuck Williams, founder, chairman, and CEO of Northpointe Bancshares. Chuck, thanks so much for coming on.
Lance, thanks for having me. Really appreciate it.
Absolutely. Now,